In October 2015, the CIA headquarters in Virginia received a call from an unknown number. Little did they know, it was the beginning of a saga involving two unlikely hackers who would breach the CIA systems. This story delves into the captivating journey of Default and Cracker, two teenagers whose foray into hacking would shake the foundations of global cybersecurity. The genesis of a hacker Default's journey. Default, a teenager from Virginia, initially delved into hacking through his passion for video games. As he grew older, his interest shifted from merely playing games to modifying their programming, seeking ways to gain an edge in the digital playgrounds he frequented. Inspired by notorious hacking groups like Anonymous, Default began to explore more complex aspects of coding and cybersecurity. His journey into the world of hacking started innocently but quickly evolved into a quest for greater challenges and societal impact. For Default, hacking was more than just a hobby, it became a way to express his growing discontent with the world around him. He saw hacking as a tool to challenge authority, expose corruption, and effect change. As his skills grew, so did his ambitions. But he knew that to truly make a difference, he needed to connect with others who shared his vision. Joining forces AnonSec and the birth of Crackers with Attitude seeking to amplify his hacking capabilities, Default joined forces with AnonSec, a group of hackers known for their political activism and disruptive cyber attacks. Together, they formed Crackers with Attitude, CWA, a collective dedicated to challenging authority and using hacking as a means of protest. The group's members, all teenagers, were united by a shared belief that the government was corrupt and that it was their duty to expose its flaws. With access to a network of compromised computers and the support of like-minded individuals, Default's potential for cyber disruption grew exponentially. The group began by targeting small-scale government websites, defacing pages, and leaking personal information of officials. But Default and his new partner, Cracker, Kane Gamble, wanted more. They set their sights on the ultimate prize, the Central Intelligence Agency. The CIA breached a bold plan. The plan to breach the CIA systems was audacious. Cracker and Default knew they couldn't simply hack into the CIA's network directly, it was too well guarded. Instead, they relied on social engineering, a method that involves manipulating people into giving up confidential information. Their target was John Brennan, the director of the CIA. Cracker, posing as a Verizon employee, contacted Brennan's service provider and managed to trick them into providing access to Brennan's personal information. With this information, Cracker and Default were able to reset Brennan's email password and gain access to his personal accounts. Once inside, they discovered a treasure trove of sensitive documents, including Brennan's application for top-secret security clearance, contact information for senior intelligence officials, and other classified materials. But the duo didn't stop there. Emboldened by their success, they began to target other high-profile figures within the US government, including James Clapper, the Director of National Intelligence, and Jay Johnson, the Secretary of Homeland Security. Using similar tactics, they infiltrated these officials' personal accounts, gaining access to their emails, phone records, and other sensitive data. The Fallout A crisis unfolds. The breach sent shockwaves through the US intelligence community. News of the hack quickly spread, causing panic among officials who realized that their personal information had been compromised. The CIA, FBI, and other agencies launched an immediate investigation to identify the perpetrators and assess the damage. The gravity of the situation became clear as the investigation unfolded. Cracker and Default had not only breached the personal accounts of senior government officials, but they had also accessed sensitive databases, including the FBI's Law Enforcement Enterprise Portal, LEAP. The duo leaked some of the information they found, posting it online to embarrass the US government and prove the vulnerabilities in its cybersecurity. The public was stunned. How could two teenagers manage to infiltrate some of the most secure systems in the world? The incident highlighted the growing threat of cyber attacks and the need for better protection against social engineering tactics. The capture justice is served by early 2016. Law enforcement had traced the attacks back to Cracker and Default. In February 2016, British authorities arrested Kane Gamble at his home in Colville, Leicestershire. Default, whose real identity remained less known, was also apprehended. The arrest of these two teenagers marked the end of their hacking spree, but not the end of the consequences they would face. Gamble was charged under the UK's Computer Misuse Act and pleaded guilty to multiple counts of unauthorised access to computer material and unauthorised acts with intent to impair the operation of computers. In April 2018, he was sentenced to 2 years in a youth detention centre. The judge recognised Gamble's technical skills but emphasised the serious nature of his crimes and the potential harm they had caused. The case of default was handled more quietly, but he too faced legal consequences for his role in the hacks. Both teenagers were left to reflect on their actions and the impact they had on global cybersecurity. The aftermath. Lessons learned: the hacking of the CIA by default and Cracker left a lasting impact on the world of cybersecurity. The breach exposed the vulnerabilities in even the most secure systems and underscored the dangers of social engineering, a tactic that, as this case proved, could be as effective as traditional hacking methods. In response to the incident, both the US and UK governments reviewed their cybersecurity protocols and implemented stricter measures to protect against similar attacks in the future. Training programs were also introduced to help employees recognize and prevent social engineering attempts. For Default and Cracker, the experience was a harsh lesson in the consequences of their actions. What began as a quest to challenge authority and expose corruption ended with them facing the full weight of the law. Their story serves as both a cautionary tale and a reminder of the power that even the youngest individuals can wield in the digital age. Conclusion: the tale of Default and Cracker is not just a story about two teenagers who hacked the CIA, it's a story about the intersection of technology, politics, and human ingenuity. It's a reminder that in a world increasingly dependent on digital systems, the greatest vulnerabilities often lie not in the technology itself, but in the people who use it. If you found this story fascinating, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Fusion Arc for more incredible tales and insights. Thanks for watching.